Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Czech PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Hi everyone, I'm Jolana. Ahoj všichni, jsem Jolana. Welcome to the Czech Whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you learn how to talk about your occupation in Czech. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First, we have účetní, accountant. Účetní. 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 Note that účetní can be both masculine and feminine noun, depending on the context. Next is lékař, doctor. Lékař. 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 Note that lékař is a masculine noun. The feminine variant is lékařka. Another one is řidič, driver. Řidič. 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 Note that the řidič is a masculine noun. The feminine variant is řidička. Then we have učitel, teacher. Učitel. 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 Note that učitel is a masculine noun. The feminine variant is učitelka. Next is inženýr, engineer. Inženýr. 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 Note that inženýr is a masculine noun. The feminine variant is inženýrka. Following one is student. 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 Note that student is a masculine noun. The feminine variant is studentka. Last one is investor. 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 Note that investor is a masculine noun. The feminine variant is investorka. Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the nouns denoting different occupations. Find the noun and see how it's used in the dialogue. Jste student? Are you a student? Ne, nejsem student. Jsem investor. No, I'm not a student. I'm an investor. Now let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern will be the structure that all of our dialogues will follow. Jsem, occupation. I am, occupation. Now let's look at some speaking examples. Jste lékařka? Are you a doctor? Here we are asking a woman, as lékařka means a female doctor. Ne, jsem učitelka. No, I'm a teacher. Here, učitelka means a female teacher. Jsi účetní? Are you an accountant? Ano, jsem účetní. Yes, I'm an accountant. Feminine variant of the profession is usually created by adding the suffix ka at the end of the dictionary masculine form. Let's see some examples. Řidič se jmenuje Adam. Řidička se jmenuje Eva. Male driver is named Adam. Female driver is named Eva. Do you remember how to say accountant? Účetní. Účetní. And how to say female doctor? Lékařka. Lékařka. Do you remember how to say driver? Řidič. Řidič. And how to say teacher? Učitel. Učitel. And how to say engineer? Inženýr. Inženýr. And how to say student? Student. Student. Do you remember how to say investor? Investor. Investor. And do you remember how to say, no, I'm not a student? Ne, nejsem student. Ne, nejsem student. Finally, do you remember how to say, I'm an investor? Jsem investor. Jsem investor. In this lesson, you learn how to talk about your occupation in Czech. Thanks for watching. I'm Jolana and I will see you on czechclass101.com. Brzy na viděnou! Hi everyone, I'm Jolana. Ahoj všichni, jsem Jolana. Welcome to the Czech Whiteboard Lessons. In this lesson, you learn how to talk about your hobbies in Czech. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First, we have rybaření, fishing. Rybaření. 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 Note that rybaření is a neutral noun. Next is basketball. 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 Note that basketball is a masculine noun. Then we have cestování. Traveling. Cestování. 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 Note that cestování is a neutral noun. Next is plavání. Swimming. Plavání. 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 Note that plavání is a neutral noun. Last one is vaření. Cooking. Vaření. 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 Note that vaření is a neutral noun. Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the noun denoting the hobby. Find what the noun is and see how it's used in the dialogue. Jaký je tvůj koníček? What's your hobby? Můj koníček je rybaření. My hobby is fishing. Now let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern will be the structure that all of our dialogues will follow. Můj koníček je hobby. My hobby is hobby. Now let's look at some speaking examples. Můj koníček je cestování. My hobby is traveling. Můj koníček je plavání. My hobby is swimming. Můj koníček je vaření. My hobby is cooking. Apart from the word koníček, you can also say hobby without any change of the meaning. Let's see an example. Jaké je tvé hobby? What's your hobby? Moje hobby je rybaření. My hobby is fishing. Note that hobby is a neutral noun. Do you remember how to say hobby? Koníček. Koníček. And how to say what's your hobby? Jaký je tvůj koníček? Jaký je tvůj koníček? Do you remember how to say fishing? Rybaření. Rybaření. And how to say traveling? Cestování. Cestování. And how to say swimming? Plavání. Plavání. And do you remember how to say cooking? Vaření. Vaření. Finally, do you remember how to say my hobby is fishing? Můj koníček je rybaření. Můj koníček je rybaření. In this lesson, you learn how to talk about your hobbies in Czech. Thanks for watching. I'm Jolana and I will see you on czechclass101.com. Brzy na viděnou! Hi everyone, I'm Jolana. Ahoj všichni, jsem Jolana. Welcome to the Czech Whiteboard Lessons. In this lesson, you'll learn how to speak about language abilities in Czech. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First, we have anglicky, English. Anglicky. 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 Next is španělsky, Spanish. Španělsky. 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 Another one is čínsky, Chinese. Čínsky. 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 Then we have francouzsky, French. Francouzsky. 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 Next is portugalsky, Portuguese. Portugalsky. 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 The following is italsky, Italian. Italsky. 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 Next is německy, German. Německy. 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 Then we have japonsky, Japanese. Japonsky. 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 Another one is arabsky, Arabic. Arabsky. 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 Next is korejsky, Korean. Korejsky. 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 Then there's Rusky. Russian. Rusky. 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 The last one is Řecky. Greek. Řecky. 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 Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the adverbs denominating names of different languages. Find what the adverb is and see how it's used in the dialogue. Ahoj, mluvíš anglicky? Hi, do you speak English? Ano, mluvím anglicky. Yes, I speak English. Now let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern will be the structure that all of our dialogues will follow. Ano, mluvím language. Yes, I speak language. Now let's look at some speaking examples. Dobrý den, mluvíte česky? Hello, do you speak Czech? Ano, mluvím česky. Yes, I speak Czech. Ahoj, mluvíš španělsky? Hi, do you speak Spanish? Ne, nemluvím španělsky. No, I don't speak Spanish. Note that we use nouns to name the languages, and that we use adverbs to say that we speak the language, like in this lesson. Let's see an example. Čeština je slovanský jazyk. Czech is a Slavic language. Mluvím česky. I speak Czech. Also note that in Czech the names of languages are not capitalized. Do you remember how to say Czech? Česky. Česky. And how to say Spanish? Španělsky. Španělsky. Do you remember how to say Chinese? Čínsky. Čínsky. And how to say French? Francouzsky. Francouzsky. Do you remember how to say Portuguese? Portugalsky. Portugalsky. And how to say Italian? Italsky. Italsky. Do you remember how to say German? Německy. Německy. And how to say Japanese? Japonsky. Japonsky. Do you remember how to say Arabic? Arabsky. Arabsky. And how to say Korean? Korejsky. Korejsky. Do you remember how to say Russian? Rusky. Rusky. And do you remember how to say Greek? Řecky. Řecky. Do you remember how to say yes, I speak? Ano, mluvím. Ano, mluvím. And how to say English? Anglicky. Anglicky. Finally, do you remember how to say yes, I speak English? Ano, mluvím anglicky. Ano, mluvím anglicky. In this lesson, you learn how to speak about language abilities in Czech. Thanks for watching. I'm Jolana and I will see you on czechclass101.com. Brzy na viděnou! Hi everyone, I'm Jolana. Ahoj všichni, jsem Jolana. Welcome to the Czech whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you learn how to talk about the days of the week in Czech. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First, we have pondělí, Monday. Pondělí. 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 Note that pondělí is a neutral noun. Úterý. Tuesday. Úterý. 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 Note that úterý is a neutral noun. Středa. Wednesday. Středa. 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 Note that středa is a feminine noun. Čtvrtek. Thursday. Čtvrtek. 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 Note that čtvrtek is a masculine noun. Pátek. Friday. Pátek. 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 Note that pátek is a masculine noun. Sobota. Saturday. Sobota. 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 Note that sobota is a feminine noun. Neděle. Sunday. Neděle. 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 Note that neděle is a feminine noun. Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the names of the days. Find the name of the day and see how it's used in the dialogue. Jaký je dnes den? What day is it today? Dnes je středa. Today is Wednesday. Now let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern will be the structure that all of our dialogues will follow. Dnes je day. Today is day. Now let's look at some speaking examples. Dnes je pondělí. Today is Monday. Dnes je pátek. Today is Friday. Dnes je neděle. Today is Sunday. Note that in Czech the names of the days are always written with the small initial letter. Do you remember how to say day? Den. Den. And how to say what day is it today? Jaký je dnes den? Jaký je dnes den? Do you remember how to say Monday? Pondělí. Pondělí. And how to say Tuesday? Úterý. Úterý. Do you remember how to say Wednesday? středa, středa. And how to say Thursday? Čtvrtek, čtvrtek. Do you remember how to say Friday? Pátek, pátek. And how to say Saturday? Sobota, sobota. Do you remember how to say Sunday? Neděle, neděle. And how to say today is Wednesday? Dnes je středa. Dnes je středa. In this lesson, you'll learn how to talk about the days of the week in Czech. Thanks for watching. I'm Jolana and I will see you on czechclass101.com. Brzy na viděnou! Hi everyone, I'm Jolana. Ahoj všichni, jsem Jolana. Welcome to the Czech whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you learn how to say where you're from and basic vocabulary related to Czech regions. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First, we have Praha, Prague, Praha, Praha, Praha. Note that Praha is a feminine noun. Next is Čechy, Bohemia, Čechy, Čechy, Čechy. Note that Čechy is a feminine noun, always used in plural. Then we have Morava, Moravia, Morava, Morava, Morava. Note that Morava is a feminine noun. Next is Slezsko, Silesia, Slezsko, Slezsko, Slezsko. Note that Slezsko is a neutral noun. Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the name of the capital city. Find what the name is and see how it's used in the dialogue. Odkud jsi? Where are you from? Jsem z Prahy. I'm from Prague. Now let's look at some speaking examples. Jsem z Czech. I'm from Bohemia. Jsem z Moravy. I'm from Moravia. Jsem ze Slezska. I'm from Silesia. Also note that the preposition z, from, can take I if the following noun starts with the letter Z or S, like in the example, jsem ze Slezska. Now let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern will be the structure that all of our dialogues will follow. Jsem z, place name. I'm from, place name. Note that the genitive case is required after certain prepositions, including z, from. So instead of using the nominative case of the name, you need to use the genitive. Let's see an example. Praha je hlavní město. Jsem z Prahy. Here, Praha is the nominative form, while Prahy is the genitive form. Čechy, Bohemia, is the western part of the Czech Republic. Morava, Moravia, is a region in the eastern part of the Czech Republic. Slezsko, Silesia is a part in the northeast of the Czech Republic. Do you remember how to say I'm from? Jsem z. Jsem z. And do you remember how to say Prague? Praha. Praha. Do you remember how to say I'm from Prague? Jsem z Prahy. Jsem z Prahy. And how to say Bohemia? Čechy. Čechy. Do you remember how to say Moravia? Morava. Morava. And how to say Silesia? Slezsko. Slezsko. In this lesson, you'll learn how to say where you're from in Czech. Thanks for watching. I'm Jolana and I will see you on czechclass101.com. Brzy na viděnou!
Want to easily remember new vocab and phrases? Fact: everyone, beginners and advanced learners alike, forgets new words the first time they learn them. So what's the secret to remembering? What do smart learners do? They note them down and review them later. And you can do this with our study tool called the Word Bank, your extended brain for language learning. And in this video, you'll discover 1. How to save keywords and phrases, 2. How to review the words so that you never forget them, and 3. How to create your own printable vocabulary worksheets. But first, if you don't yet have access to this tool and our lessons, just click the link down in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now. First, what is the Word Bank? The Word Bank is a premium study tool, and it's your personal language database where you can save new words and phrases with a single click, review them all in one spot, and never forget them. Think of it as your extended brain for language learning. Look for the Word Bank in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site, or inside the menu in our app. So, how do you take full advantage of this powerful study tool? 2. How to save keywords and phrases. If you're taking a lesson and want to save key vocab, simply go to the vocabulary section. Select the words you'd like to save and click on Add to Word Bank. If you're using the core word list, like the 2,000 most common words, or the vocabulary lists, select the words, go to Add Selected Words, and click on Word Bank. Now, the words and phrases are saved in your Word Bank, and you can even organize the entries with labels like adjectives, verbs, or phrases. 3. How to review the words. Once you save the words to your Word Bank, you can easily see all of them, all in one spot. With every word or phrase, you get the audio pronunciation, the translation, and even the related lessons where they're introduced. That way, you can review the words one by one. If you'd like to study words with flashcards, just click on Sync to Flashcard Deck. This will create a flashcard deck of your Word Bank entries for you to study. 4. How to create your own printable vocabulary worksheets. If you want to have physical worksheets and practice writing the words on paper, then click on Printer-Friendly Version and print out your Word Bank entries. You can even export your Word Bank as PDF, CSV, or XML files. Remember, you can use this powerful feature with flashcards, lessons, and vocab lists, so take advantage right now. Save new words and phrases to your Word Bank with a single click. Review them all in one spot and never forget them with the Word Bank feature. But if you don't yet have access, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets.